Yes. Yeah, I guess we are online. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I should be able to see myself online in a minute and also be able to see the text on the screen. Yeah, I guess we are. I can see the text. Sure, I should be able to see myself online. Just mute myself, otherwise I can hear the stream. Okay, so yeah, what I will be working on here. So let me just close this part. Yeah. So if I pull up, right, I have my website called kubre.in. And if you can visit this website, it has the home page where you can just like move around. It's in some style, right? It's just my own basic portfolio. So you can read my blog or check my resume and even go through my work. So this section, right now, I just added few pages up here, but all of them were basically in Notion right now, right? So if I go here, you can see this page is actually in Notion, right? So it takes some time. It takes some time to load. Generally, not a good experience if someone is visiting your website, right? You can see the entire website is really fast, but just that single pages are like pretty annoying to actually work with. But this page right here is actually a native one, so you can actually go visit here and see it works really well, right? In the same manner, I actually want to make sure that the page I have, like the all the other pages, like this one, should be also in this proper format, so I can so you can visit and it doesn't take this much time to actually do, right? So to do that, I can go back to work. So these two pages I still want to actually make in this one. So one thing I can do, I can open them up. I don't think I'm logged into Notion, right? Okay, here. Okay, I'll log in sooner. But what I want to do, I want to get this content and transfer this content basically over to my website. Right. So how this works? Right now I'm using Astro. So if you don't know what Astro is, you can just search AstroJS. Go to the website, and this is the web like this is the web framework for I would say HTML or TypeScript. I think basically, and what it helps you to do basically creates I'll say yeah, the content heavy website. Basically the first thing you'll think of when you think of Astro, right? So whenever I want to make a website that's content heavy rather than just like involves like an application like dynamic state, right? Interaction. So what could be the most dynamic thing? I think would be a theme, right? So uh, not that, but if you have something that's static like blogs, marketing, website agencies, e-commerce, portfolios, right? The one I'm making right now. For all of them, you pick Astro because it's really great. It's actually really good to work with. I'm not using the 3.5 version marketed over here. I'm using a bit older one. I'll upgrade soon, right? But you can see, right, the performance is really great. If I move around my website, it's actually pretty fast, right? So that's the thing. I'm using AstroJS to make this website. And right now, what I want to do, I want to take these two pages. This page is not loading at all. I wonder if I can just play some background music and will it be okay? Just give me a second. Okay, I'm not sure. this one, I guess. Let me just check quickly. This one, I guess. So I'll try to talk over it. I think I should. I think everyone should be able to hear me. Just check. I think this works. This one, I guess. So I'll try to talk over it. I think I should. I think everyone should be able to hear me. Just check. This works well actually. Right, so I think I can get working. I think this works. This one, I guess. So this website and that the Notion is not loading at all. I think they're having some issues. But I think one thing I can do, I can just log in to Notion quickly. So the way I will actually do it, basically I can log into Notion, and Notion can actually export everything in Markdown, right? So if you're able to see this page right here, all of these pages are like made in Markdown and mostly in HTML, right? So even this page, the one you see right here, the one we want to like basically copy and make the one similar to, this is made using Markdown, right? Just plain Markdown, nothing else. So what I want to do, I actually want to get the Markdown, and I don't need to write it again because Notion can export it. Although it will be not in the formatting, not in the format the way I wanted, but it's still good enough. So if I open up here, I can show you how this works. Right, this is the project folder, and here, right here, inside source directory, you have a content directory, and inside that you can see there are two content because I also have blog, right? I also have the work and blog. Both of them have like their own sub pages, which basically works like contained pages, multiple contained pages, right? So these are called collections, and I have the blog pages right here. I have the work pages right here, and you can see right the tax cloak page, which is this one, how it's defined, how it works. So right here you can see 2 weeks ago I worked on this one, and this one works basically this way where you have this page, and there's just some HTML, just usually just markdown all the way down, right? There's some shared logic which is made using this front matter section, right? So front matter can help you to add some type of metadata to your markdown pages, and you can use this pretty much you can use this anywhere. Something can pass this front matter data, and you can then then use this thing, right? So the way it will work, basically you can see right here there is a I don't think we define it here, but yeah, there should be this layout called blog layout, which I'm using for both blog and the work. And yeah, there's a page base. It has everything. Right? You can see how the titles is displayed, how the date and everything is displayed, right? And here in the slot section, the actual markdown content gets rendered. So what I want to do right now will be, let me just check npm put npm, sorry, node dash dash. We're using 18, so that's important because we need to use the latest version. And I think I only need to do npm run dev. I think this will take some time to actually launch, but once I think it will launch on 3000. Yeah, it launched on 3000. Right, so this is my local website, as you can see. I can keep this one open. I can come to work section and right. This one is still linking to the Notion web page. So to do it, I can take this. So I'll just basically go over here, come inside work and create a new file called getarch.md. Right, this is the markdown page. And one thing I'll do, I'll just basically copy this front matter section first. Right, I have this one. So I just want to actually not delete everything. I just need to do this. And slug would be published. I think this date is fine. That's the time and date I actually publish all of them. Let me just check around in the Notion. What is the published date there? What? Yeah, I don't see any date here. So I think, yeah, I'll just keep this one. This is the actual date. I'm not going to change it because this page is already there. I'm just adding it to, I'm just redesigning it in the, like this new format, right? I'm not republishing it or anything like that. So I think I can take this one. Also, I can take this date and just change some tags. Gate arch, gate arch, right? And different bottom down, everything is basically how this is. I think I'll copy this section also. It's better usually. Because I don't think. Oh, it is actually there. Okay. Oh, it is not the. No, the Notion just does not want to work today. Okay. Oh, I think Notion might have been facing some outages. They're saying everything is operational, but really slow. Well, I have the page, so it doesn't matter. With me on the second screen, I can just copy it. So I can get this and I can paste this one. And link also, I need to copy this link. And so in the markdown, you don't need to, so this is also like a valid link. So if I just like preview it right here, right, you can see this is actually a valid link. So yeah, this is the page, and only thing I need to do here is actually make an export, and yeah, everything. I don't need sub pages. There are no sub pages here. So right, so I will do one thing. I'll just put this on second page. So I need everything from this. So why GG, and I can paste it up here. I don't need this thing anymore, right? So there will be some issues here, right? Directly because the Notion export just works a little weird. I'm not sure why. Right, but I think the only thing I need to do is here. Just delete this. Uh, And I can also view the progress I'm having. Here, right? So gate arch, or this page is still not linking, right? So I need to go to, yeah, this page, which is basically a work directory. Then I have to make this slug, right? So it can actually navigate to the proper page. But then from here in this index astro page, there is a page that actually links to this thing, right? So only thing I need to do is basically do this /work/ gate arch, right? If I say, yeah, it's having some issue, but the page is there. We are just having some errors, right? And one thing I think I don't need to now, I don't need to do this target blank now, and link no refer no opener. I don't think I'll need that too, right? So let me just find that image. Oh, I think it's a JPEG. Where is this image? Oh, yeah, this one. So this image is, oh, there are like multiple images here. Okay, let me just like copy all of them. So this image which says untitled one. One thing I'll do, I'll just copy them first of all. So that's that. Let me just see how I did it here. Yeah, it's just directly there, right? So, and that image should be in source assets, okay, here, right? So I want to copy all the images here, but I need to rename though. What is this section name? This page. Okay, the front pages. Okay, I can now just get it here. Oh, not this. Oh, no, not even this. Yep, this. So I can, yep, I can rename this into gate arch slash front dash page, right? So I can refer it. Then there is the second one, which is I need to look what it is actually. And this should be backend. What is this section? So this is front, JS interactivity. This is the admin panel, and there is the exam portal. Okay. And this is admin section. Now I'll just name it admin. Wait, this is also what? Uh, this is actually admin. Just and this is student portal. The last one should be, which is I forgot again. Let's just move this also. And this is front. Right, so and these are compressed already, so I don't need to compress them. Oh, this one is actually pretty heavy. I think that's fine. That's pretty understandable. So I can take them, and this is front page. So change in here. I wonder if I can just drop this thing. No, I don't think so. Okay. So asset and then front page. Front page. What should this be called actually? What is this image again? How this works? Okay. How it works. That should be, I think, clear. Just copy this line, paste it up here, and admin panel. Right, so that's there. There is a second image right here. Which I need to paste, and it is. I think it's actually widgets. Okay, how the widgets work. Maybe I think that the name works. That's not a problem. Oh boy. Student portal actually. So that should actually fix the issues at least. This is okay. The table actually doesn't look that good. We'll just see actually in the preview itself. This is the page, and There's some issues right here. Okay, it's not bad. Huh. The table is actually surprisingly good. That works, I guess. That's, I guess, not bad. But let's just see what's the problem right here. So just change it to oh, it does not complete here. Okay. I can use a frontage. Yeah. It's PNG or JPG? It's a PNG. So I'm not sure why the formatting is not working. Right, you can see it's actually like bound together like weirdly. Let me just check the tags clock page. What did we miss? And we missed nothing, but it still looks weird. I think it's because is it because of this? No, it's still. Okay, should I just so I think this got regenerated and we'll just see how this looks right now. And it looks the same, I guess. Okay, it looks the same. What is the issue? So I got this section called what was this H3 weirdly inside. Oh, okay. All of these are H3, and if I actually check, yeah, these are H2s. So what I need to do? Right. So just change this to like H2, and this should fix it. Yep. I think this should be a little wider, but the front page, why is this like? Yeah, this is now bold. Oh, the lists don't have any bottom margin. That's a problem. I don't think we need that. I need to make sure that the lists also have the bottom margin, which is inside this. It's called space list. And oh no, not this way actually. So I wonder if there's some style that's actually overriding this part, right? I want to just say MB4 and there is no MB4 there. Hmm. Hmm. I think I didn't think too much. I just added the space list class. I think I can do that too, but just let's just add it back. And I guess that's better. Yeah, it feels too much, I guess. I guess I can just name the second one like this. Or I can just separate it, I guess. Why is it not giving itself some bottom margins? Oh, I am dumb. This is actually like inside itself. There's no comma here, right? So it would actually consider a list which is inside of it, which I don't want. I want to just have it on every single list. I can add it like here, right? So to explain what I did wrong, yeah, right now you can see, right? It's here. Let me remove that class. So it's adding rule here, right? Directly here. And this is actually like, again, yeah, you can see it's actually targeting anything that's actually a list inside list and not like a list, just a list, right? And I was actually trying to basically the selector where I was adding, it was actually targeting this list, right? Because this list is actually inside another list. But I don't want to target that. I just want to target a list like this. And I just want to target list like this. I think there are now better. I guess there are now better gaps. So I think the page looks fine right now. It's better than what it looked before. Usually I would like to format it even more. What is this section actually? Yeah, okay. And I can add an emoji. Huh. Two people are watching me right now. You can type, I guess, hi in the chat or ask me any question. Or is it just me? Okay, just me. Or is it? So the emoji appears here. I can add some emoji here also. Square. Yep, something like this. There's also front page, right? So it's a page. Yep, the emojis just make the headings clearer. Right? So if you're reading through this, it will be easier for on your eyes to just see. Okay, this is supposed to be like a heading or something like that, right? I'm not like the best person usually who can say understand how to like format everything. And this page looks fine. You are able to read through it, and this is like a 13-minute read. Oh, should I guess I could think I should. How to do markdown, no referral links, I guess. I think you will just have to type it as a, I think you'll just have to type it as a direct link, right? I don't want to actually link this as a page inside my own website. So I think I can do is go to index for work, and yeah, I want something that's similar to this, right? Go to gate arch and paste it here. Get rid of the tabs. I want this. I will delete this class, I guess. Yeah. Okay, this did not work. Oh, this is my website. Wait. Oh no. Okay. Oh, it's still not working. Okay. This is being rendered as. Oh, Okay, I'm not sure if it's having some issues. GitHub. Yeah, now, yeah, now it works as expected, right? So as you can see, it now links to the proper page. So, okay, the README is empty right here. I'm not sure why. I think it's just not loading properly, but it should usually have a lot of description. Okay, there is nothing here. That's kind of weird. I can probably link this document right here. One thing I do want to do is actually add some more screenshot of this project. I don't have them right now, but I do definitely want to do that, right? So this is this. Okay, for now, this page looks good enough. One thing I can do, I can add. So text, should I color it blue? What's the color? So I'm using Tailwind, which did not let me actually color or I can just make it bold, I guess. Which is not clear, I guess. If I put up underline there, I think this is more clear usually. Not sure. I think okay. That's pretty much there should be a formatting that I guess overriding this, which should not happen. But I think I have important on top of it. That's why this is like it's not able to override whatever is actually important in the style section for this one. That's not a problem. I can just make it have an underline right now. And I also want to add this type of link to this one. Take this, cut it. No, did I not cut it? I did. And this should be good, right? So this added like 8 things. I think it's mostly I think this page looks good. Let's just see what it generates. Nah, edit, gate, arch, work, page. Right, so I won't push anything right now because if I push something right now, it will actually build it and push it to my own website, right? And I want to do it in one go. I don't want to do it right now. So one thing I can do, I can basically take the gate arch page, right? Because this is the way I wanted it. Copy it and make a new page, right? Same workflow again. Now this should be Wonder. I think I'll just name it Wonder rather than Wonder Learning. Or should I? I think I will name it Wonder Learning. Yeah. Change in word, Wonder Learning. Which should be capital actually. Image I would add Wonder dash learning. That's the date. So if you don't know what is this actually, it's these are just the projects I've worked on, right? When I was actually doing some freelancing work, and I am hosting all of these like design documents because all of these design documents contains details related to like how I worked on this project, right? So right now, if you where is the Notion page actually, right? So if I told you, right, I work on this website, or I work on this project, how would you know like I worked on it, okay, or how what kind of work I did, right? You won't know. So just to be just to have this on my portfolio, I linked everything as a code because I think I can have it right now. That's not a problem. And you can always come to these pages. You can read through them. You'll get an idea of what I used in these projects and how I deployed it, what thoughts went behind this project, right? How I detailed everything. If you don't understand anything, you can just always comment or drop me an email, right? So I can get back to you and explain what I do. But these pages are basically there, so I guess you'll have an idea, or anyone who is looking at this, how I made these websites, right? These projects were huge in terms of what I was working on, because these were like an entire application, and I worked on them just by myself, right? So just to be out there, and if you actually get a chance to work on a website, and if you don't know how to work on it, or how to, I guess, uh, now how to make the decisions, right? On in terms of choosing like frameworks and softwares, on how to deploy it, that kind of stuff. I think you can go through these pages. You'll get a bit more. You'll get some ideas, right? And if you don't understand anything that, or if you want to know more, you can just like comment down here, and I can get back to you, right? Uh, so now I have this page, right? And I will actually share it. Right? Multiple one here. I don't want this one. Do need this one. I'll just keep it here. And I don't know actually. I need everything actually from here also. Does it see? VS Code keeps complaining that you should have it as I think as a proper character in ASCII. I just like to type it as an emoji. I'm pretty sure it's not good to do it. Try. You should. I think you should probably have it as like the character you usually type it for. So for something like a copy symbol, you'll type it as just like copy character, and it will actually appear as a copyright character on your web page. I think it wants me to type it this way, but I don't think anyone would do this for an emoji, right? Because it's just easier to look at this and see it as like emoji right here. I need to add a note class to this thing. This does not understand. I think there are definitely some issues here. I need to change it to this. Oh boy. Oh. So the images are again messed up. I need to fix that. This project I actually worked on for a longer time, because like, if you take like larger projects, the thing that happens is people, they take some time to actually just give you back the data that you actually need to work on that project, right? So even if I want to work on this project, people would just take like 3 months to get back to me, to just give me some images they want to have on their own site, and actually just get back to me after like a really long time, to just have something that's like important to them, right? They want this on website. So I think defining a clear timeline is the best thing you should usually do if you're working on a freelance project, because otherwise they will get back to you in like 2 months and you're still stuck there, right? And I think that should do it. This, what is this? What is this actually? I'm not sure. Let me just check in the Notion actually. It's nothing there. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I don't like this trailing slash. I think there's only one image. Which is this one, which is quite large. Right, it's 183. And if you have large images, right, 183 is actually quite low. You probably don't want something that big. I think I can even compress the other images maybe a bit down. But if you ever want to just compress image, you can use this website called Squash. It's made by Google. I think if you go down, it says. Okay, I'm not sure. So by Google, I mean it's made by two engineers who I think used to work at Google. They are now not actually working at Google. This website is probably being handled by someone else. I think there are more than two people who work on this website, but I know this website because the two people who work on this, or the two people, one of the two, like two of those people who work on this website, actually appeared on the podcast. Forgetting, okay, HTTP 203, right? That podcast, right? So that podcast is really great if you actually want to understand the web, how it works generally. It's like really great. And the two people who host it, Jake Archibald and I'm forgetting the second name, but both of them are like really great engineers. Right now, I don't think they are working at Google, but if you actually want, you can like go through all the HTTP 203 videos on YouTube. Uh, if I have to pull it up, HTTP 203, right? So I think this is by all means dead right now. There are like 140 episodes. You can go through them. I like pretty much gone through all of them, right? But yeah, these two people, like yeah, them. Right? They're still active on Twitter, so you can actually go and I think follow them. Right? That's still great. Yeah, Jake and Sama. Okay. So this is this website. They worked on it, right? So what you can do, you can just come up here. I don't want to do that. Right? You can take the image you want to compress, right? So in my case, this one. No, not this one. Oh, this one actually, right? Yeah. And I can just drop it here, right? So once you drop it here, you can see there's like this clear line. You can zoom in, you can see. Okay. So we do lose small quality right here, but you can see, right? It's 188 kilobytes. But if I check here, it's like 55, right? So it's so much, like it's compressing it like so greatly, right? And pretty much for the same quality, like this image would appear as like this thing on my website, right? Even if someone like opens it up and they like, I'll say they will they zoom in a little bit, they'll still be able to read the text and everything, right? That's not a problem right now. Everything looks great, but you can see, right, the compression, it brings it down to so much more. I mean, I can even reduce the quality further, but I don't think I will get much out of it. Yeah, and the text looks a little blurry. I don't want that. 70 is, I guess, fine. Yep. 51. Yeah. And that image, I want to save it at, right? So it should be under done, right? So this is done. That's it. I don't need you. or self-linking using that tag thing. I'll try if I can do that actually. So yeah, it's boy, what's the problem here? It says it does not. Okay, it's okay. Okay. We compress it, right? So it compressed it into a GPG because it does not need to have any transparency, right? So this image, I'm not. This image is here just here because I'm using the same schema as block. Like I don't even need this thing, but yeah. This already looks great. I don't need to. Oh, this is not the correct page. Work. I'll go through like this. Yep, I forgot to link it again. I don't need this. I don't need that. Work. Wonder. Learning. If I come back and yeah, it's a 10-minute field. You can see the source code and everything is messed up again, which is because yep, I want to change all of them to just have HP. Yep, now everything looks better other than this thing. Right, it now actually properly has this link, but okay, I think it, yeah, it does. Okay, it does make look, it makes it looks like it looks like it does actually does not have a link to it, right? So I think one thing I can do is there is a link. There should be a style for a link. There's no style for link. I'm actually surprised. I can add it just here. So if there is a link, just add text 200 over 200 and underline, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, this works way better. Okay. Because now you can actually think of it as a link. But if I see, okay, it does not change a color. So one thing I should do definitely, if you have visited it, it should be text slash purple 500. I think that should work. Yep. And this looks way better. Okay. This actually looks like it's a default of the browser. More closer to the browser. And this one, not sure why the block quote is not working. Is it working up here? This should work up here, but why is not working down there? Let me just check. I think it's not. Okay. It's the Typescript page. Oh, it's a proper block, not just a section. Just remove this. Right, so yeah. This already looks better. I will just add few more emojis, I guess I can add. For this, I can add a web logo or a globe, this. And for Android app, I think I can add a robot. right? So it looks livelier. Yeah, but it does appear as a, okay. I think this should work. Oh, I don't need this thing, which I can reveal in flags. I don't need you. Added wonder learning work page. I am running this stream since, let me just check. Okay, an hour and 3 minutes, and in an hour and 3 minutes I was able to actually get this thing done. I'll explain what these pages are. I think I should actually go over one of the page and just explain how I actually worked on these projects, just to have it right out there. Maybe I can even make a short on it, but just to make sure, yeah. So right now I actually have this, and if I actually go on my website right now, right, so this is a live environment, kubernetes.in/work/tagslope. And if I go back to the work section, you can see, right, this one links to Notion. If I open it up, it goes to Notion, right? And same goes for Wonder Learning. You can see in the bottom right corner of Firefox, it actually links to Notion page, right? I don't want Notion page. I just made this thing, right? And if I okay, I'm not sure if I should open my GitHub up here, because GitHub has this weird issue. What is my website actually? Yeah, yeah. This is my repo, right? So if you actually so this website, right, one you see it right here, right? If you actually just want to copy this and make your own, uh, you can just copy my source code from here, kubernetes/kubernetes.in, right? Don't go to just Kubernetes, because that's just the page, kubernetes.in as the repo I actually want to go. And right here, you can just get this thing, right? And you can see last change was 2 weeks ago, but the way my website works, I can just push, right? I can just push to this main page, the main branch, and my deployment will happen automatically. Now, listen how it works. Just after deploying it, you can see it's asking me to sync do these two changes, right? And I will do it through command line, but get push origin main, right? So as you can see, it's letting me know there are some changes that you need to push to upstream. And now both the remote changes and the local changes are synced. If I come up here, right, if I refresh, okay, I'm not sure why it loads up like that, right? 2 minutes ago I pushed a fix, I made the last commit like 2 minutes ago. And if I actually just want to I just need to wait, I will receive an email that says, okay, your deployment is done. If you're wondering how it does it, I actually, okay, 29 deployment it says, right? So if you're wondering how it does it, I'm basically using Vercel to do this. And let me see if I can safely show you how I do it. As you can see here, this is my website. If I click on it, okay, again, I'm not sure, I should show it on the stream. It should be building right now. I'm not sure why. Okay, this is not working. I'm not sure why. Hmm. We're still having some issues. Yeah, okay, I can see it. Want to go here. I just want to add this one here, right? It's still on the older branch. I'm not sure why. To update your production deploy, you can see, right? You can push to my main branch, but I have already pushed to my main branch. I'm not sure why it has not triggered it. Alright. The latest change is here and it's on the main branch. That's a weird issue on Versal side, but I'll just check if you can do it manually. Say it did not. Config. It's correct. Okay, is there a way to do it manually? Versal. Yep, trigger action. Okay. Okay, one thing I need to do is no, I don't think I need to do that. Versal should do it for me. Okay, one thing I can do is I can just make another comment. So I can make like get comment dash dash no edit, right? So you can make an empty edit using git, not like this. And I can just say trigger Versal. Let's just see. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, one thing I guess I can do, I can add something. Oh, I need to make change anyway. Because I need to change the link. Good thing I noticed. Let me just do it from here. It shouldn't make any difference, but let's just see. Okay, there's a new commit right now, and yep, Versal just don't want to do the deployment, I guess. Okay, why? should I link it and unlink it? Okay, it just does not want to deploy at all. This should not be this hard. Okay, Vercel manually deploy. We'll just see if there's something we can do. Okay, I don't have the I don't want to. Okay. Want to do that? This should be the easiest part. This is becoming the hardest part. I wonder if I just if I should just redeploy. I think it should use the latest. Okay, it's not using the latest commit. Why is it not getting the latest thing? Okay, I'll just see how it deploys. I think it's the same branch. Yep, nothing changed. No, it's the correct email. It does say everything is working fine, but I'm not sure why it's not deploying. It's like taking 15 minutes to just. I just need to figure it out. Hmm. Mm, I should not show this page up here. Uh, should I just delete the cache? It's a main branch. Yeah, it's the main branch. Hmm. This deploy. Yes, this is working. Yeah, it is deploying the PR, but it's not deploying the. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Yeah, this is actually working. That's kind of weird. I mean, I can just merge. Let's just see if it will deploy the. Yeah, it needed a PR rather than. Okay. With the PR thing worked. I'm not sure why. I did I make some kind of. I might have changed some kind of setting that would only do it if I merge a PR or something. But yeah, this is working right now, as you can see, right? I pushed it and it's deploying and it has been deployed, right? So if I go to my website and refresh, and you can see, right, there are two new pages and both of them are not visited. So just quickly check them. Yeah, yeah, the image takes some time to load, but yeah, this page is working. If I go back and if I go back to this page, yeah, this one is working. Okay, right. So just to explain, okay, so this deployment worked a bit better. I think I just needed to make a PR and then merge it. Right, that worked better. And just to explain this part, like why I did this, why I made these pages, right? I explained it. because I want to have the pages directly on my own website rather than in Notion. So it's easier for anyone who is coming to my website to actually open them up, read them, right? And I need to remove this, though called design document and full structure, just my thoughts. Okay, yeah, I need to remove this part because this is not true anymore. All of these are properly made in my own website, right? So yeah, uh, now if you come to this website, if you open Notion page, that works, but it takes like really long time to load and it doesn't look great, right? You're working on this site and everything is like consistent, and you just open this page and it's Notion. And I don't want to do that. I want to actually, if you come up here, if you want to read something just like my blog, you should be able to just open it and it should be easily readable, right? That's my basic guess. Sorry, that's my basic thing. Like I just want to do it. And I remember one of the person who called me who wanted to ask me to have an interview, and they were actually going through website. Like they were impressed, and they decided to go to the work section, and they saw like they clicked on page, but it opened Notion. It was not opening at all, right? And that was a bit embarrassing. Like if you have work or if you have a website, like make sure it's like fast. So if any interviewer is calling you or anything like that, and you want to show your work, right, it should load up quick, because most of the people would not wait for most of the people would not wait for anything, right? They want to see the page directly right now, right then. If your website makes a person wait more than, let's say, 2 seconds or 3 seconds, people would just walk off that website, right? Even if you are on the call, it in their mind, if website doesn't load, that just means it will take more time than they want to commit to it, right? So make sure website like loads fast. And if I actually check, and how I know like my website loads fast, because I have Vercel, and Vercel actually captures the speed inside. Right now, this has gone to shit because I deleted the cache, right? But once the cache gets back, you can see, right, it will go back to 100, and that way I know everything like just fast. You just walk it, all right. So obviously this website is cached and everything, so it will now load faster. I think I can just go and create the cache manually. Oh, sorry, here block, right? I can just open up pages that way. Yeah, my cache thing will work, right? So I just want to have that like light speed score and everything like made into the most optimal thing you can do, right? And this is the reason I actually use Astro, because once I'm using Astro, it takes care, like lot of this thing is taken care by Astro. I don't need to like look into further into it. I don't need to actually waste my time on actually optimizing the content. Astro does it like all. And that's why if anyone comes to my website, it loads in like few seconds, right? It doesn't take that much time. And when I say few seconds, I mean it on actually the mobile network. I don't even mean it on something like Wi-Fi, because you're not sure like the person who is opening your website is actually on Wi-Fi or not, right? They might just have like a 3G internet right now, and you want to just make sure if your website loads fast. That's why most of the pages also don't contain a lot of images, right? That will actually hamper the experience. But yeah, this works fast. This works great. And if you're coming to my website, it will load fast, and you should be able to see everything that you want to see. Yeah. Or just to explain, yeah, design documents. If you actually want to go through and read them, right? Like this GateArch website design document, right? You can see here. I say it's not a technical document because there's no definition on how this document should be made. I just sat down in a Notion page and wrote down everything I was thinking when I was making this website, right? I just wanted to have everything. So if someone is coming along and they want to understand, okay, I work on this project, but what actually went into that project, right? So they can just go to this page, read it through from top to bottom. It takes like 30 minutes, as it says here, and they should have, I think, a better idea, right, on how this thing works. So as you can see, it basically says the same thing, right? And if you have still more questions, you can ask me at v@kobe.in. But just to go over it, there's an overview section, right? Basically, I explained what the project was about, how they wanted the website to work and everything, right? How the project they wanted to work. And then I explained what was the software stack. Right? So in the front end, I use Bootstrap, Vue.js, Chart.js, jQuery. So this is back in 2020, 2021. So I was using this thing, right? Server side, yeah, I use Laravel. It's just easier to work with. I'll explain why I use everything down here. But database, MySQL, versioning Git, GitHub, I'm using it so long. I think I'm using GitHub since 2016. Package management composer, it's standard for PHP. Server, I use Nginx. Hardware, what hardware I use to deploy this website. Right. I will explain something here, which is like the entire website was previously hosted on a shared hosting site, but I decided to move it to an proper like VPS server, right? Virtual private server. So just so I can just like SSH and set up some build process to it's just easier to work with than VPS rather than a shared hosting site for me at least, right? And the why this stack, like again, like all of these sections you can go through them, right? When in this section, like why this stack, I just explained basically why I choose why I made the choices I made above, right? So for Laravel, this is one of the first large projects I was working on. This means I would have taken a lot of things, right? Again, I'm just a single person who is working on this freelancing project, and I don't want to reinvent multiple wheels. I don't want to do authentication again and again. I don't want to write code for everything again and again, right? And I just don't want to take the approach on the other side where I'm just using something like WordPress and I have to like just then do everything WordPress with, and I have to modify everything, and I'm not sure if that will even work out for me, right? So I need something I can code with, right? I need actual frameworks, web frameworks, not like WordPress, but like Laravel, right? But I also don't want to reinvent everything. I just don't want to write everything, right? So as you can see, Laravel takes care of auth, session, security, database, connecting to database and everything, right? And the documentation is like one of the best documentation. If you go through Laravel docs, I can open it up right here. I still have them in my mind, right? If you go through them, you will be able to understand everything. They have like retouched it again and again. And these people, the people who work at like Laravel and usually in the PHP space, they're like next level. Uh, they just like write everything really clean and everything, right? Same goes for the PHP docs. They are also really great. Yeah. Then Laravel, then Bootstrap. This is like 2019, 2020. Bootstrap was really great back then. It was easier to work with. Obviously, if I work right now as okay, this definitely missed something here. So if I worked right now, as you can see, right, I said I would have preferred Tailwind, just like this website is made in Tailwind, right? jQuery again, similar thing back then. I hated writing JavaScript. I would just write everything in Laravel and PHP, and I would add interaction using jQuery. Some of the parts like admin dashboard, front dashboard, or the exam portal required a lot of dynamic interactivity. Right? In the beginning, I said I don't. This website doesn't have that much dynamic interactivity, but you can imagine an exam portal would have a bit more, or a dashboard would have a bit more interactivity. That's why I use like Vue.js for like those specific parts, right? Which makes it like harder to do SEO, but a dashboard doesn't need an SEO. MySQL, I use MariaDB, which is basically MySQL, right? I know MySQL, I know relational databases since I was in college. It's like 2016, 2015, 2016, and it's just easier to work with. Like I just know that model, how to go down the data, how to divide it, how to make proper schemas and everything, right? I'll still choose it to this day, a proper relational database. MySQL anytime, Postgres maybe if I need something that's specific to Postgres, but MySQL every day. Yeah, good. I'm not going to, I think I explained it here. I'm not going to explain why should you use Git. In 2023, pretty much at any point, you should be using a version control system. And by version control system, I mean Git. You should be using Git. Right? You should be using Git to version everything. You should make new branches if you're working on something and you just want to like experiment a little. Right? You just want to experiment a little bit. You can make a new branch. You can work on that. If you don't like it, you just throw away that branch. You can come back to your old branch. You can work on it. And Git is just this powerful tool. Everyone should do. Everyone from a data science person who's working in data science, person who is working with web everywhere, right? Even game dev, while working with, I'm using Git. And the reason I didn't use Unity because I wanted to use Git, and Unity does not work well with Git previously. Now I think it works better right now. But yeah, use Git. Always use Git. Hardware, being pragmatic, it's a small company. They don't have thousands of users. They just have like a few hundred at most, not even at same time, a few hundred at like usually. So they don't need this. They can survive on this small VPS server easily, right? how the architecture work, right? The front pages, these are basically pages for SEO. They needed SEO, so the lot of server side generated content is here. Admin panel, student portal, all of these are like proper applications, I would say. And then exam portal, it's like its own thing, right? And I explained in detail how all of these like usually work, and what I used and how the widgets and everything like kind of. I just gone into like smaller details, not minor ones, and how like usually works, but a lot of the work that went into this part is not covered here. So if you actually want to save, you can just go to the GitHub source code, right? You can just go to go here, and then if you know Laravel, even if you don't know Laravel, just know, right? Just start reading this code. Just start reading code. Every time you just want to work on something, you just start reading code. You will get better at coding always. But right here, right? Yeah. How I did deployments, as you can see, right? I set up the server. I did not know how to use Docker back then. I didn't use it Docker here, but now I know. And if I have to do this today, I'll probably just use Docker, right? But again, I installed everything on that machine from Nginx to PHP and everything, right? I set up like a Git webhook, which same way the Vercel, right? I just post a commit here and it would appear on the server directly. Same way I did here. I can just push my code to this server, right? And the website will just automatically rebuild itself. Everything will just work, and you will have all the new things right up there in the website itself. That's it. Right. So if you have some questions, you can type on these pages. I will get back to you. I think I get an email or something that if someone has to something. But yeah, that's it. That's the pages and that's everything. I think this session was pretty good because I was able to actually work on this and make a video out of it also. Yeah. Or not put up ending screen because I think that's not great. Oh yeah, I should say I am ending the stream.